Good morning, good morning. Welcome on in. We have another sweet looking demo today. Dev reached out to me to let me know this one was out there. It is Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Described as kind of Disco Elysium, but more horror. Sounds sweet, so let's jump in. Before you descend into the depths of madness, the shadow-stained path beneath your feet has borne you this far, but before venture onward, make sure your mind stands firm. For should you continue down this weird road, you shall behold sin step in blood, limbs torn apart in hatred, love possessed and twisted, and desire drenched in ecstatic lust. If you still remain, then step forward, for you already know what awaits. Experience before you contains scenes of blood, gore, violence, and mature sexuality. We may gloss past some of, like, the mature sexuality if that comes up, but y'all have been warned. That is very cool art. Work in progress. Cute. Alright, new game. I see her in my dreams. Her and that house on the edge of a cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter. The one bearing her name. My old love, Lilith. 5 years ago, on a dark night, they took her from that house. Executed her for black alchemy. I was the one who turned her in. But now, she's calling me back to the house. Wants to bury her breath in my sins. But how? That's what I have to find out. This was your first clue. It's creepy horror, and your ex is named Lilith. Act 1. Welcome home, my love. Aw, see, that's friendly and nice. What could go wrong? Immediate minor piano key. Far past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber, there's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia, a womb for gales to blow out of. But you come here. You wait standing in the hard twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door to this house, a letter clutched in your hand. Coastal nation, northwest of Gaia, governed not by central authority, but by a 9-member council known as the Court of Trade, highly advanced in seafaring. Windswept world of 15 island nations, home to unique races and cultures. Read the letter, I guess. The raindrops fall on the paper, landing with soft patters. You grip the letter tightly with both hands, keeping it from being blown away by the wind. The silvery moonlight trapped between the clouds shimmers across the ink spilled from a woman's hand. You read the lines again, and again, and again. My love, if you're reading these lines, it means there's still something inside your heart that belongs to me. As I've always told you, death is far too ordinary a thing to keep us apart. I will give birth to our creation in our home, beneath the place we once shared. You must be with me, inside me, because our creation cannot be left undone. Turn back, pass through the dark, complete us. We were always meant to be one, and we still can be, my love, as long as you have the courage, as long as you do not fear. I'm waiting for you, in the Neverall, Lilith. That's not ominous. I need to put an end to this nonsense. Lilith is dead. And yet, you fear that she isn't. Because what waits for you may be far more dangerous than a corpse calling you to her door. Like what? Like memories. Just like this very moment, standing here in the rain. A memory that brought you here, and it keeps you here. Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? Where else could it be? This is where the two of you began. That wooden house on the cliffs by Livber's shore. That is where you first held each other. Your first night, your first love, your first lies all buried here. This 2-story hovel raised upon your memories. I can still leave, it's not late for anything. Yes, but you won't. The trembling letter in your hand is proof of that. You will see the simple village you will see the simple village buried beneath Livber's shores. You'll open the door to the shack standing here, where you stand now. That's it. That easy. Put letter in pocket. You carefully fold the soaked paper so it won't tear under the rain. As you tuck it into your coat's inner pocket, a strange sense of relief washes over you. The letter is where it belongs. But you must keep moving. You shouldn't stand in the rain any longer. Knock on the door. We're polite. Kitty! Kitty! Oh, you can do stuff over here. Yell, our winged cutie from the sky nation of Aetheros, drifting down from its floating isles. Never found how Lilith came to find her. Cat, cat, cat. Want pet cat. Maybe game will let me pet cat. Oh, neat. I like the letter tucked over to reference. Meow. Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from behind the threshold. The winged bacterium cutie who never truly leaves you and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows as if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings and leaps swiftly toward you. Landing at your feet, she shakes the droplets from her coat, and she sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes watching you with curiosity. Meow, meow. Domesticated bacterium believed to hail from the Sky Nation due to its non-functional wings. Lean down to pet Yell, obviously. Yell gently brushes her head against your feet. Then she stops before the door. She looks up at it. With soft stroke, she traces the door frame with her paw. Then she turns her amber eyes to you. I hope you'll still be here when I return, my friend. 5 years. How much can a person change in 5 years? What's really on the other side? The wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance. Far, far away, the flash of a lightning strike blinds you. But its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang, weightless, in midair. Yell glances at you one last time and spreads her wings. Then leaps into the shadows between the rocks. Your fate embraces you. The rain fading out is a nice touch. Open the door. The door creaks open. But even though you don't know what it is you hope to see, do you? Your guilt has chased you all the way here, and at last your sins have caught you. But I'm not ready to face my past. But I have no other options. But yeah. No, you wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of tallest flowers mixes with the scent of something burned. It pulls you back to that festival day, to the moment you first met Lilith, and then you see her. Standing beneath the dim light like she's been torn from the heart of this house. You lose your breath. A chill crawls up your spine and you freeze. It takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling, whether from fear or excitement you can't tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Light color plant resembling the forget-me-not flower. Lilith. She doesn't see you. Bent slightly over the table, trying to light a candle just as you remember her. Lilith, the ghost of your past. Your greatest lie and sin. Is this really Lilith? You stare, stunned. As the woman who stands before you, she should be dead. Her hair no longer shines like it did that festival night. Reddish-brown strands fall over her shoulders like wet strings. Her skin is sallow, a ghost-like paleness. Hang on, I need some water. And her eyes. The moment she turns her head and you meet them, another hollow question slips from your lips. Why? You remember. The festival night. A warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You two slip away from the crowded streets. The early black's crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a phlegmous aureole. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white tailless flowers. She looks deep into your eyes. She smiles. Tossing her hair back, she asks the same question. White tailless flowers. Why? Hello, hello, welcome on in. We're just getting rolling, as you can tell, I'm sure. I remember this chair. One of its legs was shorter than the rest. It was made from a piece of shipwreck washed ashore, like everything else around here. Might tell the flowers. Why? I know how much you love these, at least as much as I love you. A beautiful lie. Told so well, even you believed it yourself. My love, so you finally come for a moment. I thought you wouldn't. She looks at you. A brief silence fills the distance between the two of you. Your eyes. They haven't changed. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the, you're dead. You're dead. As the candle flame on the table flickers, you think you catch a shadow of hatred passing briefly across Lilith's face. As if, beneath her skin, there was another face. Ha-ha! I waited for you where you gave me the white Telda flowers. I didn't die. I waited for you to return, to tell me you still love me, to confess it was all a lie. She waves her hand as if brushing the thoughts from her mind. But that's not what we should be talking about now. Come, sit. No, I won't sit before I get an answer. Is it really you? Lilith slowly approaches. Now you can see her eyes more clearly. There's something squirming behind her gaze. Her movement feels more like gliding than walking. Slowly, she reaches her hand toward yours. My love, do you truly not recognize me? Lilith I know died years ago. Lilith recoils for a moment. For an instant, a flash of anger crosses her face, something you've never seen before. Then she smiles again. No, my love, you only thought you killed her. And you believed it. Yep, my love for you never died. Let's not dwell on that, shall we? You see her body relax. A smile appears on her face, one you almost believe is genuine. Come, let's eat. This'll all end well, I'm sure. I really put in work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. After you've led me to Rod, it's been... She pauses for a moment, looks out the window where the moonlight falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer, after I told you that we had to become one, our souls, my love. We had to piece our skulls together and bind them with that alchemy ritual. Yeah, that's a real friendly face. Uh-huh. Look in her eyes, like something else writhing behind her. It's her, but not. None of this feels right. No, we're gonna remain rational, and I'm sure it will end perfectly well for us to do so. Her hand holding the fork freezes in midair for a second. As the silence stretches, Lilith's breathing deepens. Ha! Ha ha ha! My madness? I offered you love. Only love. A love so deep that even death couldn't end it. But you were afraid. Afraid to be with me beyond Neverall. You betrayed me. Do you think I wouldn't know? And when I told you about the black alchemy ritual, when I spoke of piecing our souls together to crown our love, you saw my blood, heard my screams. You saw me vanish into the dark of the waters. I'm thinking we made the correct decision. She turns her face toward you, and it darkens with hatred, with rage, with something darker, and with something I cannot name. Her skin ripples, as if 100 tiny things move beneath it. Can't tell if it's real, or just the candle's flickering light playing tricks on you. Then, just as slowly as it came, the moment passes. Lilith slowly leans back. These are both good denial ones. Let's go with the slightly more diplomatic one and try to not end up in a being stabbed. How simple your little brain thinks, my love, and still, you called it imprisonment, the splendor I saw. You called it madness, the happiness I offered. My dearest, I know you're afraid, because my love forces you to become who you truly are. Don't worry, I am always with you. What if that's what I am worried about? The wooden walls of the house groan under the assault of the rain, driven harder by the wind. The sea crashes against the cliffs, then pulls back into itself with a hiss of white foam. Darkness spreads ever outward beyond the horizon. For a fleeting moment, you wish you were out there on the deck of a ship bound somewhere you cannot see. Too little, too late. Your madness will break both of us. Yep, that's a nice sane face there. It already has my love, but not my madness. It's your cowardice. Go on, eat. Porf meat. I cooked it just the way you like. It wasn't easy, but it melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath your tongue, you'll taste the herbs. Sacred animal. Known to live in herds. Long mane, specialized pincers used for communication. Slowly driven by a sense of longing, they bond only with certain humans. When threatened, they secrete a toxic chemical. Gods, porf meat? Lilith, you've completely lost it. After the festival where we first met, and that first night when you told me you loved me, we saw porf, remember? It was magnificent. His mane was long and beautiful. You remember, don't you, my love? Afterwards, we went to get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by that creature. Kept going on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane shone, how proud it stood. Do you really think I could tolerate that, my love? First night we met, we didn't eat anything, Lilith. No! She slams her hands on the table, leaning forward. Her face contorts with rage. Her eyes, wide and unblinking, bore into you, burning with intensity. No, no, no. That's exactly what we ate. You told me how much you love me, that we'd never be apart. Do you remember what else you said? I said it didn't matter that you came from a different class. I'm not saying this one. This is a bad idea. That's what you said, isn't it? I remember how your mother looked at me the first time we met, like I was a disgusting insect, or worse, a bacterium. I wasn't born and noble in Cardia. It was nothing to her. And you didn't stand by me. Opulent Island. Lilith doesn't take her eyes off you. Every moment of her body quivers as she tries to cut the porf meat with her fork. Her head tilts slightly, crimson hair glinting in the candlelight, silky strands swaying back and forth. Your gaze drifts toward her plate. And in that moment you realize she's not cutting the meat at all. She's driving the knife into her own thumb, slicing deep. The blood spills, mingling with the meat. Try to stop her. Lilith, your thumb, what are you doing? Oh, what? My love, it's so sweet of you to worry about me. It's just a moment of distraction, that's all. When you're here, everything else disappears. All my worries, my fears, my pain. This is the price of loving you. I'm getting some real Doki Literature Club vibes from this lady. She quickly wraps her thumb in a scrap of parchment that had fallen to the floor. For a moment, she stares at the porcelain plate, watching blood pool over the meat. Then she stabs her fork into the meat and lifts it to her mouth. Her eyes close as she chews, if savoring something profound. Are you okay? Her vacant eyes blink, then find yours. What did you say? Oh, I'm fine. It's just... Never told you how my mother died, did I? She was addicted to doping. Some said she was obsessed, but I never wanted to believe that. I must have been 7 when she had her final episode. Her stash was all empty, so she thought she could drink what remained in her own blood. When they found her, she drowned herself. Tragic, though I used to think it was funny. But now I understand why she did it. Alchemical substance that induces happiness but has a high risk of addiction. Wait a second, you thought it was funny that your mother drowned in her own blood. Yep, we're gonna ask that one. She nods. The candle flickers. Rain lashes against the windows. You listen until the soft patter of every drop echoes in your ears. Lilith's breath mingles with yours. Slowly, she circles around you and slips into the darkness. The woman watches you, unblinking. She waits, impatient for you to eat. Yeah, we're gonna get stabbed, but it's probably better than the other options, to be perfectly honest. Because we're not eating that. I can't put up with this madness any longer. Ha! Called it! Do you think you could defy fate? From the beginning, we were destined to be one. Neither you nor anyone else can stop this. Never, never, never! This isn't anger, it's something else. Her features, they're slipping, like another form beneath her skin. The true horror she's hiding is struggling to surface. Called it, called it, called it, called it, called it. Head for the door. Standing up, your head spins. You steady yourself and move toward the door. Behind you, Lilith gasps. Just as your trembling hands reach the door, Lilith blocks your path, eyes wide with madness, mouth agape. She clutches the knife she'd used to cut the meat. You instinctively tense up. Don't be ridiculous, get out of my way, you've completely lost your mind. We're gonna get stabbed, but this, again, that seems worse. I haven't finished what I have to say, my love. Everything is ready for our souls to unite. We only have to die together. Please come to your senses. The candle's fading glow reflects off the dusty paintings on the walls. The paint on each seems wet and fresh, as if just applied. On the table, the bloody pork meat subtly writhes. You haven't finished your meal yet. I only came to understand you, whatever you mention in your letter, that's why I'm here to talk. I didn't come here to eat or anything. You've lost your mind, you've changed. We're gonna get stabbed. You're part of me. In my body, my heart, my soul. Do you understand? You're mine, my love. Mine. I can't lose you again. On her maddened face, there's terrifying grin mingled with dread. Veins bulge on her forehead. The whites of her widened eyes are bloodshot. Her grip tightens on the knife until her knuckles whiten. She steps toward you. This is truly what you want. No, we're gonna go out swinging. Lilith's crazed eyes bulge as if ready to burst from their sockets. Beneath her ragged green clothes, her chest heaves violently with each breath. Then suddenly, her skin splits apart like parched earth around an ever-blowing whirlwind on a distant island nation. Her cheeks, mouth, hair, your last shred of rational thought screams at you. Run? Let's go with run. Your feet recoil in an archaic reflex, and you stumble over one of the books scattered on the floor, crashing down. For a brief moment, yellowed pages spill out across the ground from the fallen book. You catch glimpses of your own drawings, a dining table, a woman clutching a knife, but there's no time to focus. Struggling to your knees, you crawl deeper into the house. That's the wrong way. You run out of the house. Knock her over and run. It's when you remember there's a passage leading from the basement to the cellar door outside. The cellar. I must get to the cellar. There's nothing left to separate us, my love. From the darkness of the corridor, Lilith's voice emerges, scarcely taking shape in her throat. Carries the strangest of an extra guy and creature that seems to have only just learned how to speak. You sprint and finally reach the cellar door. Gripped by sudden terror, you seize the cellar's cold handle, expecting a hand to clutch your shoulder at any moment as footsteps grow louder down the corridor. But it never comes. As you push the door open, a wave of dampness and the nauseating stench of things that should have long been dead hits you in the face. Stepping through the doorway, you slam it shut. As you bolt the door behind you, an abysmal silence and darkness wraps around you. I don't want to close my eyes and accept Lilith. Uh-huh. Act 2! Six friends and one cat. Guessing if I do continue it, Oh, it restarts the chapter. Or the section there. Alright, what happens when we try to... Another exit. There must be something. You flee. You rise, fleeing deeper into the house. The corridors feel familiar, yet the dust rising with each panic step is a new and unsettling sight. You frantically try each door without daring to take your eyes off the corridor you just came sprinting through. Locked. All of them. The windows are sealed shut with rusted, decaying iron bars. Oh. Then we get... okay. Hooray, we got stabbed. Let's try another run through. Can't imagine why we were the one to turn her in. This all seems like it was totally fine. Our first mistake was coming back to the house. Our second mistake was everything that happened after it. Did I even have another choice? Of course not. But don't feel bad. Most people in your shoes would have said the same. Standing in the rain, holding a letter from a lover you thought dead for 5 years. You would have thought differently. Except petting the cat. Yes, correct. That was not a mistake. I'll just find out what she wants, then I'll get on with life as if nothing ever happened. Let's try denial. I'm sure that'll end much better than trying to reason with her and refusing to interface. Oh, of course. The sparks of curiosity spread through your mind like a wildfire. Some say that kind of fire unlocks sealed doors and makes even the dead speak. Even corpses long gone from the waist down. But going back to your life? That? I doubt. This is a fracture point. I can still turn back. It's not late for anything. Turn back? Turn back to where? Why do you think you've come all this way? Why do you think you returned to this wet, moss-covered, godforsaken place reeking of rotten filth? To turn back? After you've been trying to reach it ever since you read that letter? Will I never be able to escape my memories? Never. That's why Lilith called you here, to this house. I don't understand. Why now? Why after all these years? Questions, questions, questions. If you make enough right or wrong choices, the answers will come. For now, we must keep going. No more standing in the rain. Open the door! Cat! I mean, obviously we're petting the cat. There's no other option as far as I'm concerned. Take a deep breath and reach for the door. We're still not ready to face our past. Lilith, you're really alive! Your voice comes out weaker than you expected. Its trembling echo bounces off the rotting wood of the house. And another lifeless question slips from your lips. How? White Tellus flowers. How did you find those? There's nothing I couldn't find for you. 5 years later, how could you write this letter? With my love, of course. With the love I hold for you. Each letter carried my blood. Don't pretend you didn't feel it. You know. I whispered every word to you before, my love. What I hear now is not what I heard back then. A pained smile appears on her face. My love for you never ended. But it's good that you're listening now, because I have much to tell you. Tonight, I'll talk about the things left unsaid when you abandoned me to death. Come, sit. When the candle's flame flickers on the table, Lilith's smile widens, stretches into a grin bearing all her teeth. You think you see something squirming beneath the shadows of her face, but the moment quickly passes. Yeah, we'll sit down. The wooden dining table stands between two chairs layered with years of dust and remnants of long-forgotten meals. A candle flickers at its center. Flame shivers with every touch of wind seeping through the walls. It waits, longing to burn out and unleash what's been waiting into the world. Thought this place would have collapsed into ruins 5 years ago. It won't crumble as long as you remember it. Our memories hold this place together. Come now, let's eat. I think you'll like what I've cooked. You recall the last bitter cold of the final circade circle. The windows are fogged, but the house is warm inside. Perhaps it only feels that way because of her smile. You hand her a cup of hot tea, then curl up beside her under the blanket. She takes a sip, sets the cup down on the side table. She wraps her arms around you. She says the tea leaves a sweet taste first, then bitter. Just like you, she adds. You don't understand at first, only smile. Strange chill follows. You never drank that tea again. I'll lean back. No, I'm still gonna say no. Let's be more angry this time. Breaks my heart that you'd believe that it could be that simple, my love. You don't understand. I never wanted to own you. Never did. Wooden walls of the house groan under the assault of the rain, driven harder by the wind. The sea crashes against the cliffs, then pulls back into itself with a hiss of white foam. Alright, we'll go back to being more diplomatic. Never imagined pork meat could be edible. I think I remember. Maybe not what we ate, but feeling happy. It's perhaps why everything hurts so much after. That's exactly why you're here, isn't it? You remember that happiness. Our feelings don't lie, my love. Yes, you're afraid. Anyone facing such a truth would be. But now, there's a new path for the two of us. What path? Away from the others. Just you and me. A path full of brilliant lights, warmth, and our soft bodies. No mothers to separate us. No old guilts, no meaningless class distinctions. Beautiful, free from all perfections. So this is kind of, what if Romeo and Juliet, but Juliet was into black alchemy and came back from the dead? The woman across from you lifts her fork. A crimson droplet, blood-like, falls from the pork meat to the porcelain plate. Solith opens her mouth. The skin on her cheek stretches, tearing apart to reveal putrid flesh beneath. A flap of skin, similar to a petty lifeless leaf, dangles, exposing the rotting tissue beneath. But your lover seems unaware. If it's not bothering her, let's not say anything. You watch as the skin sags further, eventually dropping onto the meat on her plate. Lilith pauses, startled. Seeing the rotten flap of her own flesh laying on the food, she picks it up, desperately pressing it back to her cheek. No, 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 not yet! You struggle to breathe. A cold drop of sweat slides down your neck. You search desperately for an escape, but there is nowhere to run. Finally, all you manage is a murmur. This isn't real. Oh, my love. My love, seeing your concern makes me so happy. Really, it's nothing. Don't fret. She hides your cheek from her, pressing it firmly. You're actually dead, aren't you? There's no point in asking that now, my love. We should be happy now, because we don't have much time left. Alright, so we'll try to eat. I'm sure that'll end well. As you sink your fork into the meat on your plate, you realize your hands are trembling. The pork meat still seems to be writhing. The air grows heavier and heavier. You reach for the knife beside you, try to cut it. The moment a thick, viscous fluid oozes out from inside the meat, your stomach turns. I put my love into it. Her eyes lock onto you, waiting for your reaction. Don't eat. You're hungry, my love. Did you think I couldn't see that? You're starving for love, for affection, for tenderness, for unity. Everything is right here in front of us. Your memories, your drawings, your manifold papers, yourself, these bodies of ours, this house. We have to go beyond it all. You need to eat. I won't do that. You deny it, just like you always do. Just like you always do. You refuse to see how much I love you. Then maybe, Maybe another one, prepared with even greater love. No, Lilith. No, I don't want another one. You think you have a choice. In the end, the union we're destined for will rise above everything, my love, just like our creation. We didn't create anything. We couldn't have. You believed that. But if we had loved each other enough, we could have. Much earlier, I mean. But don't worry, my love. I filled the role you left behind. This is impossible. But that's exactly why you're so curious. Even if your body resists, deep in your heart, you feel the sweet thrill of being able to create something. Whatever that creation is. I never wanted you to do this, Lilith. When did what we wanted ever matter, my love? What matters is what we need. She extends her hand. The grand unification is waiting for us. Oh boy, it's all in caps. Rain lashes harder against the windows. Lightning flashes. Too late for everything now, isn't it? I'm afraid so. Too little, too late. A warm smile spreads across her face. The same smile she wore years ago. The very first time you saw her at the festival. Then that moment passes. She reaches out her hand. Don't take her hand. There's no need to deny it anymore. You're trying to reverse the current. Trying to rewrite your memories. It's futile. Everything will happen as it's meant to. She approaches slowly. She takes your arm, forcing you to your feet. Your body obeys Lilith against your will. You feel her body pressing close, and you're being pulled along. Without looking away from you for a single instant, she leads you through the rooms, until at last she stops in front of the basement door. She unlocks it. A rush of cold, damp air and the foul stench of things that should have long ago died strikes your face. Look at Lilith. As you step across the threshold, you glance back at Lilith. The woman's crazed eyes look like they're about to burst from her skull as she stares at you. Her skin cracks open, peeling away with a pus-soaked texture. You reflexively try to recoil. The darkness wraps its hands around you. I fall. Hey, we died in a slightly more dignified manner this time.
All right. This demo is available. If you want to check out the other possible paths to take, go check it out. It's interesting.
A lot of reading. Which is fine when you're not narrating all of it at once. I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to throw up a BRB screen. Then drink some water. And we will come back with something else. Thanks again to the dev for hanging out and for letting me know about this. Stick around. I appreciate y'all.